on the Slime Media. This is my review right here on Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Wow. Before I get started on everything that happened in the movie, what I say, this is a good movie, a really, really good movie. Definitely better than the first one. If you're a Sonic fan, this movie is definitely going to be better than the first one for you, if you're a Sonic fan now. If you're a non-Sonic fan and just a regular normal fan, maybe you think you like the first one better and all that, maybe with the story arc, but if you're a Sonic fan like me growing up, because Sonic is one of the first video games I ever played, next to Mario, those are one of the favorite Sonic games. I mean, one of the favorite video games I like to play growing up was Sonic and Mario. Those are my favorite two video games I like to play. Was Sonic and Mario. So to see, Sonic, of course, on the big screen, I'm definitely. I know heard the Mario movie is supposed to coming out next year and everything like that, but Sonic I've always been a fan of. So to see this sequel, the second one, oh man, all the video game reference, little nods to it and everything like that, and adding Tails and Knuckles to the game, oh man, it made it to me just more better. Reason why I enjoyed it, I was so entertained by it. And the end credit scene, which I'm gonna talk about again, which he had another one of my favorite characters from the Sonic series. So, man, I was loving and enjoying the movie. But let me get started talking on the main thing. Let me just talk about the movie. The main thing I like to say about this movie, pretty much the thing was about family and friendship, about finding your place with your family and friendship, pretty much having that build the foundation. About also as well having the power, with Sonic having all his power. When was this time when he's ready to actually use that power? What's it for and everything? In the beginning of the movie, Tom's character definitely, tells him about it and everything about, hey, I know you're trying to save the world, do all that, but let it be when your time is to save the world and do everything with your power. Now might not be the time and everything like that. So that plays a lot into this movie of what happens and everything like that. So I'm not gonna. I know I see a bunch of reviews on it, so I'm gonna just get straight to the point of the movie. Pretty much, Eggman comes back and he's rescued by Knuckles, because Knuckles, he's the last of his kind. So which I love, played by the wonderful actor Idris Elba, which I love so much. I think he did a phenomenal role as voicing Knuckles. But Knuckles comes in, he helps. He's the last of his kind, so he feels like Sonic and Sonic's crew and his family, Sonic's family, his family have been at war for centuries and everything like that. So he's coming, pretty much his main mission is take down Sonic and get the Emerald and track it for himself, because he doesn't trust Sonic, he doesn't know anything about Sonic. So his main mission is to get that Emerald. So that's exactly what he's trying to do. So also, so with the help of Robotnik kind of uses him to help him get the Emerald, because Knuckles can, it's a better foe and can take down Sonic. And the action sequence of them two fighting is just so phenomenal. Like, it really takes you back to the game when Sonic goes up in the ball and he's fighting. It's like, oh snap, that reminds me of a video game. I was just so excited. Like, in my movie that even saw grown men, like you saw grown men like myself, you know what I'm saying? Grown men even older than me, like 40 years old, screaming and all that, hollering and everything, loving it with Sonic. Because we grew up on Sonic. So, man, to see, the crowd and the audience go crazy when we see certain kind of stuff, you're like, oh my goodness, no. Especially when he hit Supersonic. I get to that part later, but when he hit the Supersonic, oh man, and everything. So, also we get to the introduction of Tails, when Tails warns him, hey, this is what happened, and everything like that. And they grow a bonding and a good relationship, because Tails, never had any friends or anything like that. So he sees Sonic, he looks up to Sonic, as a partnership, and they become a companion and friendship, and a real good friends as well. Even though one thing I didn't like about the movie was the whole dance scene where they're dancing. That scene could have been taken out. That scene was definitely unnecessary. The whole dance scene. That's the only scene I feel like you could take out the movie. But I guess he had to do something for the kids, have some of the kids laugh at and entertain them and everything like that. But the whole dance scene with him and Tails kind of was a little unnecessary and uncalled for. But hey, I let it slide. I still think the second one was better than the first one. But that's one scene in the movie where I was just like, okay, man, that could have been exit out. It's not that much of a memorable scene like that. But while, of course, they're chasing the emeralds and everything like that, the reason why, Knuckles realized that Eggman is just using him to get the emeralds, which Eggman does use the emeralds and gets his power and becomes straight powerful and everything, along with Stone, his buddy, his right-hand man, his admirer, Stone, who loves everything, who just obsessed with Eggman and all that and everything. So when Eggman gets all this power, he goes crazy. I mean, not go crazy, but he's taking down the Blue Valley, not Blue Valley, but taking down the whole city and everything like that. All of San Francisco pretty much plans to take over the world and everything like that. So when Sonic and Tails learned that, they had to team up together as one, when, another extraordinary scene when Sonic saves Knuckles, when you see Knuckles drowning, he ends up saving him. And then you see the scene Knuckles ends up saving Sonic when Sonic ends up drowning and everything like that. When they decide all three of them team up together to use their team, use their, mindset to the advantage. Sonic use himself as a decoy, and Tails and Knuckles able to take down and knock out, the emerald. Knuckles is able to knock out the emerald out of Eggman. But Eggman can still use the robot. He's still able to use the robot and everything like that, control it and everything like that. And Sonic's trying, but he's hurt after being a decoy for Eggman, trying to get the emerald. And and then he's coming like it's really leads up to a big thing when they both start coming like Sonic's trying to get the emerald, Eggman's trying to get the emerald and everything like that. But Tom and I forget Takita something's character name. I think Tom and Maddie. Yes, when Tom and Maddie come and drive the truck and rescue Sonic, they're able to get the emerald and everything like that. And a big heartwarming friendship, shades of Toy Story 3 when Sonic says no, he wants me. You go ahead and leave and no. And Maddie and Tom say, no, like we're a family, let's hold hand together and let's do this together. We're with you to the end and all that. Like I said, shades of Toy Story 3. You remember what happened near towards the end of Toy Story 3 what happened. But as in Toy Story 3, how the toys were saved, Sonic ends up going to full supersonic mode, which audiences, grown men, or even not only kids, grown men, I heard them when I was in the movie theater, was screaming too, when he goes full supersonic, ends up taking out Eggman very easily and all that. Eggman said, let's have a truce. Let's try to do something. And let's try to do something like that. And Sonic's like, nah. Nah, bro. And knocks him dead out. So very, like I said, very funny. And all very excellent fight scene and all that. And then when, Tom and Maddie try to run up to Sonic and everything like that, Knuckles was like, no, he's a different Sonic and all that because of the power and everything like that. Which could be hinted at something that happens later on in the next movie and everything like that. Because I'm pretty sure there will be another Sonic movie. But Knuckles said, no, yeah, he's Super Sonic. He's not the same one that you might know and all that. Then when he goes up in the sky and brings out the hot dog, then he puts the hot dogs on Knuckles' face. Knuckles says, yeah, nah, never mind. He still is the same Sonic. I was just tripping you out. He's still the same Sonic. So like, yeah, it's funny and all that and everything. But he learns what Tom told him again in the movie said, he's still just a kid. That's what remember. Sonic is still kid Sonic. He's still just a kid. And he learns like, they tell him, he learns, he tells Knuckles and Tails what he told Tom, like, yeah, like what Tom told him, like, I'm just a kid, I'm not ready to use all this power. So he lets the emeralds go and they break away. But Knuckles somehow is able to put the emeralds all together and everything like that. And Knuckles tells and Sonic both decide, have a truce inside to be like, hey, let's all just, protect the emerald as one and all together. We all team up together. It can all work and everything like that. With Tails and his brain, Knuckles with his power and his strength, and Sonic with his speed and everything. So we see them all together, and we go back to the baseball scene. Remember in the first part of the movie when Sonic was in the baseball, when the power first went out, because he was just by himself. He had no friends, nobody. Before he even got cool with Tom and Maddie, before he got cool with them, before he became like their adoptive son, it was just him over there on the baseball field and all that. And we go back, like how they did that in this movie. In the end, they go back to that, and this time he has Tails and Knuckles and everything like that. They're all having fun, and it's so funny. Like Knuckles, Israel, like I said, does a good job, does a phenomenal job of playing Knuckles out. Sonic's trying to explain the game of baseball to Knuckles like it's not war, like trying to explain him just a normal baseball game. And Knuckles just punches the baseball and knocks it literally out the park, literally. Destroys the baseball and all that. And it's so funny at the end, when Tom tells Sonic, you finally got your wingman, you finally got your people. You finally got your buddies with you, and everything. Because Tails, like I said, is an outcast, never really fit anywhere. And Knuckles, he's the only one left of his kind, so neither one of them were both, loners. They were looking for somebody as well. And Sonic, of course, the only person on Earth and everything. So that's why Tom tells him, you finally got your wingman, got your boys with you. Because Tom alerts that in the movie, in the middle part of the movie, when I forgot the actor's name was I know Shamar Moore, but the character he was playing when he's with his buddies and all that at the wedding, not a wedding reception, but playing volleyball and saying, Tom told me, man, I wish Sonic had that, his boys like that and everything. And in the end, he has that, of course. Of course, like I said, he alluded to the baseball scene in the beginning of the first movie. He was just by himself. Now he got his boys with him. So, that's why I say this movie really does stick to, the main thing about family and friendship, about Sonic having a family. When he calls Tom dad, like Tom's been like his dad and everything. And the friendship, the friendship he has with Tails, of Tails being his little brother, and Knuckles being his buddy, like, his rival, like brothers that just, tussle with each other and just cool and everything like that with each other. But in the end, they ride off in the truck together, and Knuckles ends up learning about ice cream, loving about sprinkle ice cream and everything like that. So, like I said, that's why I love this movie so much. I really did love the story, of family and friendship. I can relate to that a little bit, being the only child per se and all that, and about, having your group of people, having your friends around you and all that, having your certain kind of family around you and everything like that. So, definitely love the story of this movie about the family and friendship. And they built on that a lot in this second movie. They used some of the stuff they got that were good from the first movie and put it in the second movie and made it much more better by adding more stuff, make it a lot better. Also, adding a lot of video game and Sonic references. So that's why I say I love this movie. Like I said, very, very much love it. I wouldn't mind go seeing it again for sure, for sure. Watching it online at home, I definitely think this is definitely more better than the first one. I think just because of the more characters we got to see and everything like that, more which introduction a whole bunch of the characters, which is going to lead me to the character we get introduced to in the post mid credit scene as well. But that's why I say I just love the second one, the story of it about family and friendship, introducing more of the characters of that world in this movie. Now let's get to it. The end credit scene, we see Detective Stone, he has survived, and they're asking where Eggman is at. They're saying, no way Eggman could have survived that or anything like that. They don't believe he could have survived it. And of course, we heard the rumors about Jim Carrey retiring for acting. I think it's just a ruse. Some actors always say they're going to retire or something like that. But I doubt it. I think he'll still do some Sonic movies, something like that. Maybe he may not do that many movies, but I still think he'll do some Sonic movies. So, for sure. Most definitely, I do not think he's going to retire. I think he was just saying, just thinking about it. I think with the whole other situation that happened at the Oscars and everything like that, I think that's why he said something like that. But I don't believe he's going to retire. But they did set up a story if he does retire, hey, they can say, Eggman couldn't survive that, he died and everything like that. But let me get back to the point, introduce one of my favorite characters in the movie. So, yeah, they said Eggman, no way he could have survived and everything. Then we see Detective Stone has survived. He's hiding like he's one of the cops, and he has survived. And long story short, the lady says, hey, about it's an experience we saw for Eggman that happened 50 years ago and everything like that. And then the detective says, the cop says, oh, no, you're talking about Project Shadow? I'm like, oh, and we see Shadow come up in the lair, and we see him. Shadow is in the Sonic universe. He will be in the next movie, Sonic 3. It's like he will be the antagonist for the next movie. Oh, man, I can't wait. I love Shadow. I'm a fan of Shadow. I love his story arc, everything about him. He's just like Sonic, but more of a darker, grittier, more version of Sonic. Has speed just like him and everything like that. And if you know the story of Sonic, story of Shadow, he has a relationship with Eggman's great-great-grandfather, Maria. And she died. He saw her die right in front of her because they killed her because what Eggman's grandfather was trying to do, Robotnik's grandfather was trying to do, use Shadow as an experiment to help save his daughter Maria. And of course, government found out about it and killed Maria right in front of him. And that's why Shadow has this thing with rage of hating people and all that. But he does do good. Sometimes do good for how Maria would want, what Maria would want him to do. So I don't know how they're gonna do it with this storyline with this movie, but Shadow is officially in the Sonic universe. I knew Shadow was coming. I thought maybe they might show him in the third movie, but he wouldn't be in the end credit scene for the second one. But Shadow is coming. He's here. He's officially part of this universe. I don't know if that means we'll get the characters like Amy, Rogue, and any of them like that in the next movie, but I don't know, Shadow is here and all. They did bring Shadow. And of course, he's a fan favorite. He's a lot of fan favorites. I told you he's my favorite. I can't wait. I don't know how they're going to do it with him. People might think redundant, but they may do the same thing with him. Maybe they did with Knuckles a little bit, per se, because I believe even Shadow, because they said they're going to do a spinoff of Knuckles. I believe you can do a spinoff of even Shadow as well. Like I said, they got a lot of toys they can play with Sony can with these Sonic characters. You can do a couple spinoffs with a couple of these characters. But I believe, it may be a little bit of the same thing with Shadow, how they did with Knuckles. Shadow starts off as an antagonist, a villain, but then maybe he turns around in the end as well, and then Eggman or whoever introduces Metal Sonic and Shadow team up to take down Metal Sonic, because they're more like a Sonic. I think it'll be a little different. It won't be the exact same story, but it could be a little different, because Sonic and Shadow like Vegeta and Goku per se. That's the best way I compare them. They team up and all that, but they're not close buddies. They just team up with alliance when it's time. Instead, they mostly go their separate ways. Not like Knuckles and Sonic, who are like buddies and all that with Tails and everything. Everybody know the three main founders of Sonic are Tails and Knuckles and Sonic. So, I feel like it'll be something like that, I think, with the storyline. I can imagine with Shadow. It'll be something he'll team up, but then, he'll team up, but he'll start off as a villain, but then he'll eventually will team up with Sonic for the greater good, and then, he'll just go off and do his own thing. He won't be on the same team with them. He'll just go off and do his own thing. So that's the best relationship I look at. Kind of like a Batman and Superman relationship as well. Iron Man and Captain America. More of a partnership. Sonic and Shadow always have. They're not the best of friends, but it's always a partnership. They'll team up when it's time to team up for the greater good. So I can't wait. Grown man was just like me and everybody else was screaming when we heard Shadow. Shadow is in here. I've been already heard rumors and all and everything like that from seeing on the internet that Shadow was introduced in this movie. But just to see it live when I saw the movie and see Shadow, I'm like, woo, I can't wait. Just show that little clip of Shadow. coming out. I can't wait, boy. Let's see what they're gonna do with Shadow. Also, as well, who y'all think should voice Shadow? I would say either Jason Momoa or this might shock y'all, or Jason Statham. I can imagine those two actors. I can. Those are my two picks of playing the voice of Shadow. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think and all that and everything. But I believe Jason Momoa or Jason Statham would be a good voice for Shadow. So you know, I can't wait. You know, like I said, hopefully they don't make Shadow too friendly or too goofy or something like that. Make him more serious, just like how Knuckle was. Knuckle wasn't common like that. Knuckle was serious. So make Shadow like a serious, more speedster of Sonic, just a darker, more serious approach. I hope they can do that with this movie, make him more like serious and everything like that for the next one. But I can't wait for Sonic 3. Like I said, I've enjoyed. Dub is entertained by Sonic 2, the Hedgehog movie. I can't wait. You know, like I said, this is like one of my favorite movies I actually think I've seen this year. Yeah, starting off this year, yeah. I'm not gonna say Spider Man because Spider Man No One Home did technically come out last year in December, but Sonic the Hedgehog 2 probably my favorite movie I saw this year. Like I said, it was a surprise hit for me when I saw it 2 years ago. How good it was. I remember it came out literally right before the pandemic, before they shut the theaters down to the last movie I saw before the pandemic. And so to see like, now like, the sequel to it and see it's better, I'm like, wow, man, I can't wait. And like I said, I'm interested in what they do with Shadow, one of my favorite characters. Hopefully he's done right, like they always do. Most of the time when I've seen some of my favorite characters done in the movie, they do them right. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully he's done right. Please, let them do Shadow right for the next movie. But I love the movie. I enjoyed it. Y'all let me know in the comment sections. Y'all love it. Y'all enjoy it. And once again, this is your boy right here, Slide Media. If you like the channel, please don't hesitate to hit that like, subscribe button. This right here, Slide Media. My next video is probably gonna be on Lakers Showtime. I'm gonna watch that tonight right after I get off with y'all and do my review on that probably tomorrow on Tuesday. So y'all check me out for that for doing my review on the Lakers show. But this is Slide Media. Y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Understand me? And like I said, good night, y'all.